Hey everyone, you know how we're always diving into the tech that's really going to make a difference?
Well,
Well, this time, we're talking about DeepSeek AI.
DeepSeek
And
AI.
let me tell you, it's causing a stir.
Yeah.
We're seeing stocks taking a hit, headlines are blowing up. It's everywhere. I bet you're wondering, what's the big deal, right?
Yeah.
Why all this hype about DeepSeek when we've already got things like ChatGPT out there?
Right. Well, with DeepSeek, it's different. It's not just about predicting what word comes next in a sentence or anything like that.
Oh, interesting.
This AI is a reasoning model.
Okay.
Think about it like solving a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, I got it.
You don't just randomly twist it around and hope for the best,
Yeah.
right? You have to think a few steps ahead. You got to strategize. And then you change what you're doing based on how it's looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what DeepSeek does with information, which makes it really powerful for figuring out those complicated problems, those tricky ones.
Okay, starting to see why this is a big deal. But I got to be honest with you, sometimes I get a little skeptical with all this AI hype.
Sure.
Can you give me a real-world example? How does this reasoning actually work in practice?
For sure. Let's say you're running a business and you've got tons of data about your customers,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to figure out why some of them are leaving. And you want to figure out how to keep them around, right?
Yeah.
DeepSeek can look at all that data, but it doesn't just tell you who's leaving. It can actually pinpoint the reasons why they're going.
Wow.
Like maybe they're not happy with a certain product feature
Interesting.
or a price change that didn't sit well with them.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's the kind of insight you wouldn't get with regular AI.
Yeah,
And it can totally change your entire business strategy, the kind of info you can get.
that's a game changer for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not just about seeing patterns, it's about understanding the why behind them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, and here's the kicker. DeepSeek is open source, so anyone can download it and use it. It's not like it's locked away in some big tech company's secret vault or anything.
Oh, wow.
It's out there for everyone to use and build on.
Hold on. If it's that powerful and it's free, why isn't everyone already using it? There's got to be a catch, right?
Well, it's still pretty new, but it is catching on fast. And the catch, if you want to call it that, it might be making some of the big AI companies a little nervous, I think,
Really?
because DeepSeek has been holding its own against, ChatGPT in those performance tests, often matching it, sometimes even beating it, especially when it comes to those really complex tasks like coding and math and, that multi-step reasoning we were talking about.
Wait, are you saying that this free open source AI is doing better than some of the biggest names out there?
Yep.
How is that even possible? What's their secret?
Efficiency. They figured out how to train DeepSeek in a fraction of the time and for way less money than other AI models.
Wow.
Think about it. They built this crazy, powerful AI for less than what some companies spend on one marketing campaign.
Oh, wow. That's pretty wild.
It's pretty amazing. And that efficiency means that it costs less for people to use it too, so more people can access it.
All right, you've officially got me intrigued. I'm hooked. I'm in. If you're liking this deep dive so far, hit that like button and share it with a friend who needs to hear about this. But tell me more about how DeepSeek actually works. What's the magic behind this whole reasoning thing?
So they're using a combo of supervised fine-tuning and something called reinforcement learning. Imagine you're learning to play basketball, right? You practice drills, you get feedback from your coach, and then you play a game to see how much you've learned, right?
Yeah, got it.
DeepSeek does the same thing.
Oh, interesting.
It gets trained on all this data, then it gets feedback on how it did, and then it's thrown into real-world scenarios to really test its skills. And it keeps getting better all the time as it goes along.
So it's constantly learning and improving at its job.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But gotta ask, how practical is this for businesses, really?
Yeah.
I mean, can a regular company actually use DeepSeek to solve their everyday problems? Or is this more of a theoretical pie-in-the-sky type of thing?
Oh, it's definitely practical. In fact, that's one of the most exciting things about it. Businesses are already using it in all sorts of creative ways.
Oh, really? Give me some examples. I'm ready to be amazed.
So imagine you're running an online store.
Sure.
DeepSeek can actually help you personalize the entire shopping experience for each customer.
How so?
It can recommend products they might like, suggest sizes based on their past purchases, even create special promotions just for them that are more likely to make them buy something.
Wow, that's smart. It's like having a personal shopper for every single customer. I bet that would really increase sales. What else can it do?
Well, let's say you work in customer service,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with a ton of emails and phone calls all the time can be pretty overwhelming.
It can be.
DeepSeek can actually power those chatbots we see everywhere to answer those common questions instantly,
Oh, that's a good idea.
which frees up your team to focus on those really tough issues that need a human touch.
Right.
And because DeepSeek understands the way we talk, those chatbot conversations will actually feel more natural and helpful to your customers.
That's a huge win for businesses. Happier customers and a more efficient team. That's great. I can see how this levels the playing field for smaller companies that don't have those huge customer service departments.
Exactly. And it goes way beyond just retail and customer service. Think about healthcare.
Okay.
DeepSeek can actually analyze medical images
Wow.
to help doctors find diseases earlier and be more accurate with their diagnoses.
That's incredible.
Or in finance, it can help identify good investment opportunities and manage risk.
Wow, the potential is really limitless. It feels like this one AI can revolutionize so many different industries. It's almost overwhelming.
It is. And remember, this tech is still pretty young. Who knows what amazing things we'll be able to do with DeepSeek 5 or 10 years down the line.
That's what makes me so excited about AI. It feels like we're right on the edge of something truly revolutionary. If you're loving this deep dive into the future of AI, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with your friends. We've got a lot more exciting stuff to explore. But before we get lost in our AI dreams about the future, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier about DeepSeek's efficiency.
Hmm.
You said they trained this super powerful AI for a fraction of the cost of its competitors. How did they do that?
Well, it really comes down to their unique approach to training and maybe a little bit of luck. Remember how we talked about the company behind DeepSeek specializes in that quantitative trading and cryptocurrency mining?
Oh, yeah, right. What does that have to do with AI, though?
Well, it turns out they had a ton of extra computing power just sitting around. You know those specialized chips called GPUs that are used to train AI models?
Hmm?
So they thought, why not experiment with it, see what we can build? It almost started as a side project.
No way. So this amazing AI was born out of just some spare computer chips. That's incredible. It really shows you that innovation can come from anywhere.
It really can. But it also shows how ingenious they are. They didn't just throw a bunch of data at the problem. They actually came up with new techniques to optimize that whole training process, making it faster and cheaper.
So a combo of clever engineering and a bit of serendipity. I love it. But let's be realistic for a minute. There are always challenges with new technology. What are some of the potential downsides or limitations of DeepSeek?
You're right, nothing's perfect. One thing to remember is that how well DeepSeek performs really depends on the quality of the data it's trained on.
Right.
If you fed it bad data, you'll get bad results.
Garbage in, garbage out, right?
All right.
So data quality is really important. What else should we be thinking about?
There's also the issue of bias. AI models can pick up on the biases that are present in the data they're trained on.
Oh, that's a good point.
So it's super important to be aware of potential biases and to use DeepSeek responsibly.
That's a crucial point. AI is a really powerful tool, but it's our responsibility to make sure we use it ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely. We need to think carefully about how we develop and use these technologies and have open and honest conversations about how they might impact society.
Well said. I'm hearing a theme here. Data quality, responsible use, these are things we all need to keep in mind as AI becomes more and more common in our lives. But let's switch gears a bit and talk about the big picture. DeepSeek is definitely making waves in the tech world. But what does this mean for everyday people? How will this impact our lives?
Oh, it's going to touch every single part of our lives, from how we work to how we shop to how we get health care.
Wow.
Imagine a world where AI helps personalize education, tailors treatments to our individual needs, or even predicts and prevents crime.
That sounds amazing, but also a little bit scary at the same time.
Real.
I think a lot of people are worried about AI taking their jobs or becoming too powerful. What do you say to those concerns?
It's understandable to be a little wary. But I think that AI is a tool that can help us do things better, not replace us entirely.
Right.
Think about it. We've always used tools to make our lives easier and to get things done faster. AI is really just the next step in that evolution.
I like that way of thinking about it. It's not AI versus humans. It's AI and humans working together to create a better future. But that brings up another question. If DeepSeek is so powerful and so easy to get, what's to stop someone from using it for something bad?
That's a really important question, and it's one that we need to address as a society. We need to develop ethical guidelines and safeguards to make sure AI is being used for good, and we need to have honest conversations about the potential risks and challenges.
Absolutely. It's like with any powerful technology, it could be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to make sure we're steering it in the right direction.
Exactly. And I think the more people understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to make those decisions. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited about DeepSeek being open source. It allows anyone to learn about AI, experiment with it, and contribute to its development.
That's the beauty of open source,
Mm.
right? It encourages collaboration and innovation. So for those listeners who are ready to dive into the world of DeepSeek, where should they start?
The easiest way is to head over to deepseek.com and create a Frizzy account. They have a ton of resources, tutorials, and even a community forum where you can connect with other users. And remember, you don't need to be an expert to get started. DeepSeek is designed to be user-friendly, even for beginners.
That's fantastic. So whether you're a seasoned developer or just curious about AI, DeepSeek has something for everyone. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to develop the next game-changing AI application. The possibilities are truly limitless.
I totally agree. The future of AI is exciting, and with tools like DeepSeek, it's more accessible than ever before.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into DeepSeek AI. If you found this episode valuable, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more insightful discussions about the tech that's shaping our world.
And be sure to let us know your thoughts on DeepSeek. What are your favorite use cases? What are your hopes and concerns about the future of AI? We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. And remember, the future is what we make it, so let's make it amazing.